Encounter with God, number 6, Genesis chapter 9, the first covenant. The flood is over. God blesses Noah and his sons, tells them the same thing he had told Adam. Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth. Increase greatly. But God also tells them something that's different now. The fear and dread of humans is now in the animals. They have become wild. So the soil is cursed to be difficult to reap from it, and now the animals are also cursed. On the other hand, God also adds animals to the menu. Meat had not been mentioned as a source of food before. A certain animosity, you might say, arises between mankind and the rest of the animal kingdom. Man is top of the food chain, but it is now a battle. And God said, "This is the sign of the covenant that I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all future generations. I have set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth." So here we find the first mention of a covenant with God. The covenant came with a sign, which is probably the second most famous thing that Noah is known for after the ark, the rainbow. The bow was only a sign of the covenant. It's not the covenant itself. The covenant was to spare Noah and his family, and to spare all future generations of humans and animals from annihilation by water. No more will God destroy every living thing by water. Every living thing with breath had been destroyed by the flood, along with people who were so evil. All the other living beings, their fate was wrapped up with their ruler, mankind. So now they are included in the covenantal promise from God never to destroy all breathing things by a flood of water. Now, one last important mention about the worship of Noah. It involved passing through water, dangerously facing death, and being led through to the other side. It was a kind of baptism, you might say, passing through dangerous waters and finding life on the other side. And then God's covenant with the earth is immediately tested. Noah and his son had a major fall. After all his righteousness and faith and the good things that were said about him, Noah was not perfect. Noah got drunk. He lay asleep and exposed in his tent. And his son happened to see him in this compromised state. And rather than covering his father's shame, he told his brothers about it. Maybe it was slander. Maybe it was gossip. Maybe he made a joke about it. But one thing is apparent. Ham did not honor his father. In turn, Noah cursed Ham's son and his future descendants. And there it is. We are right back at it again. Evil is back. Of the aftermath, I will only make 2 observations about the end of chapter 9. First, there were no 10 commandments yet to tell Ham to honor his father and mother. And there were no commandments not to get drunk. But somehow both of those principles were already known. At least back as far as Noah, the human conscience and sense of morality are clear. And let me just note again the significance of the 3rd generation. Noah was compromised. His son Ham disrespected his father, and Ham's son Canaan is the one who was cursed. Noah said, "Cursed be Canaan. Fathers, beware. You are not just raising a son, but you are influencing the next generation as well. Be responsible for their sake, for their children's sake." Amen.